and welcome to my channel. My name is Belle and I do videos on fashion, lots of beauty, lifestyle content, vlogs, that sort of thing. So if that sounds good to you, do feel free to subscribe. It is completely free. I would love it if you subscribed. I can't believe I've already got a few subscribers because I started this just a little while ago and I've enjoyed it so much and I just love making videos for you guys. So let me tell you about today's video. I thought it'd be quite good because I've done like a fairly glam makeup look on my channel, to do more of like an everyday, very soft, very natural makeup look, because realistically that is what I wear like on a day-to-day basis when I'm working from home, but just want to look a little bit more bright and alive for Teams calls and stuff like that. So I am completely barefaced, as you can probably tell. I've just done my skincare and I wanted to show you my skin barefaced just before we start as well, because I want to show you what parts I'm going to be focusing on with this makeup look. So firstly, you can see I'm quite like heavy in terms of like colouring above my eyes and under my eyes. It's not really dark, but it's there. My skin is aging now. I am 38 years old. My face has definitely become more drawn as I've got older, and I think that's quite, you know, a natural part of the aging process. So what I try and do with makeup is just give that a little lift. You can see my lips are not particularly pale, so that's okay, but we will give them a little bit of colour as well, and then just open up the eyes a bit and define the brows. So let's get started, shall we? I'm going to go in firstly with what I would just normally do, which is to start with my brows. What I'll do as well is I'll link all of the products that I mentioned in this video in the description box for you. So I know that can be useful if you're trying to find products. You don't have to buy the products through those links. Some of those links, they may be affiliate links, which means I may earn a small commission if you do buy through those links. Even if you just want to find the products, they're there for you. But majority of them won't be affiliate links, I don't imagine, because I've only just started out on YouTube. But yeah, just so you know. But I'll always put a disclaimer about affiliate links in my post anyway in the description. It just helps you find the products a lot more easily as well. So the first thing I'm going to go in with is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze. This is a mini. I always find minis are great to try, you know, if you just want to try a product but you don't want to commit to the full size. So that's what I did with this and I really loved it. And I'm going to use this to create a really soft laminated look to my brows, because at the moment you can see they're kind of like, you know, just a bit messy. There's not really any shape to them as such. They're just quite sort of in their raw and natural state. So what I want to do with this is just laminate them. So this is how I use this product, is I literally just spread the product on the flat side into the eyebrow. You can use a little comb that's on the bottom just to help you get the product into your brow if you want to. I'm hoping you can see that okay. It's the first time I've done a makeup video on this camera, so it's going to be a little bit of trial and error. So I've got the product into my brow. I'm just going to leave that because I want it to go a little bit tacky before I start pushing the hairs into place. Then I'll go in with my other side. You can add more product if you want to at this point as well. There we go. So you don't have to be particularly precise or anything, and that is my sort of like what I love about makeup products, because I just want it to be easy really. So let's leave that for a second, and then we're going to use the little small comb just to brush the eyebrow up and then out, and I'll show you how that looks. So I'm going to brush up like that and then out. Depending on how sort of like bushy and thick your eyebrows are, you could use a longer comb if you wanted to as well, but that's the look. So if you just look in comparison to the other brow, it's just got shape, definition and smoothness to it, and it just looks neater and more aesthetic. Let's do the other brow. So we're just going to go up like that and then out. Perfect. And what's lovely about this product is once you've done it, your eyebrows will be stuck in place all day, rain or shine. So you do not need to worry about them. We're just going to go in and conceal. Now, on a day-to-day basis, I won't actually use a base makeup. So if I do use a base makeup, it's something quite light. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Unreal Skin Tint, which is very, very good, very light. It feels lovely on the skin, like you've got nothing on there. And I also love the Dior Forever Glow Star filter, and it's similar to this, but in like a bottle form. And I'm not going to prime, nothing like that. I've done all my skincare. I'm not going to bother with primer. This is a quick everyday makeup look. So let's just conceal. This is the concealer I'm using. It's the Il Makiage Flawless Concealer, Multi-Use Perfecting Concealer. I had this on subscription. I will link it, but I don't think I can like do... Well, I'll try and link it for you, but last time I tried I couldn't link it very well, so I will put like the exact description on it so you can search for it if you want to. It's just such a lovely light concealer that just seems to like absorb into your skin but still give that really lovely brightening effect. So I really rate this concealer, and I've had it on subscription since 2020. But if you want something very similar that you can more easily buy, I suppose, is the Dior is the Hourglass Vanish Concealer. So I'll also link that one because it's very, very similar. It's actually better, but it is a little bit more expensive. So I'll show you what I do with my concealer. So this colour, it looks like it's going to be quite light, but it's very brightening. So I wear shade 8 in this, and in the Hourglass concealer I wear shade Beach, just for reference. And again, I'll pop that all in the description for you. So I just go under my eye, old school I'd say, that triangle effect. With this concealer you don't need to worry if you go heavy with it, because it's so lightweight that it will just blend into the skin seamlessly. And then I'm going to go up slightly, so I'm just going to go up here just under my eye and just dot almost in a line running from the corner of my eye up to my brow. That's going to help lift everything. And do that same on the other side, and then I run down my nose. I start here in the middle and run down my nose and then come up here into a triangle. And that again is just going to create a lovely lift. You can obviously wear base makeup under concealer or over concealer. If you'd like me to do a video more of like an everyday look but with a base makeup as well, let me know and I can do something a little bit more like not glamorous but everyday but natural. And then I go on the top of my lip here because I find that I get a little bit of texture there and a little bit of shadow. And then I go around my nose. So I curve the concealer wand and run down in a triangle. And that just basically helps. This here, where you have like, it's not necessarily if you have aging skin, but sometimes you can get these like lines forming here and shadows, and that just draws the skin down. And I find by doing this, it helps to lift it back up again and creates quite a flattering effect on the skin. There. Then I go here, and that's purely because I have texture here, so you might not need to do that, but it also works in line with the rest of the concealer. Then I use a flat edge just to come out, because that's where I've got a little groove there where it's sort of starting to form, I suppose, it's not quite a jowl, is it, but it's just starting to form a little bit of a dip and a shadow. And then I'm going to go in on the corners of my mouth, because again, where you've got that shadow, want to brighten and highlight that. And I go up, so one line, and then just above it like that, and then underneath it, so you're basically drawing like a triangle. So you kind of look completely crazy at this point, but trust the process. To blend that out, I use a beauty blender normally. There's lots of beauty blenders that I like and recommend. I'll link some down below, but this one is great if you want to get into the corners of your eyes and things, because it's so small. So these are the Real Techniques beauty sponges, just the mini ones. So I'm just going to literally blend that away. I haven't actually dampened the beauty blender. You can, that creates a nice texture as well. I'm just going to use it dry. I'm literally just going to dab it like that. I hope you can see that okay. dabbing it. The product isn't getting absorbed by the sponge, it's just getting blended into the face. And then when you go into the corner of your eye, you can bring that over onto the top. I wouldn't add any concealer onto the top necessarily, but just use what you've already got. So that's that. So you can see everything on the face there is just brightened, lightened. We'll remove some shadows. I've got light behind me from the window, and you can see there's less shadows and everything is overall brighter and more lifted. So let's go in with the next stage then. You can contour with this look if you want, and if you want me to show you like again a more natural look but still contoured, I can show you that. But because we're getting rid of shadows and lines and I want to keep everything lifted and bright, I'm actually not going to contour. What I'm going to do is just going to add some rosiness and glow to my cheek, and there's no better product for me to do that very quickly with this. This is the Dior Forever Glow Maximizer in the shade Rosy. It's the most popular colour, I believe. You can get this in lots of places, and I just put one dab there and one dab there. That's it. And then I'm going to get this brush, which I adore. It's the Refi stippling brush, but it's dual ended, so you've got like a dense end and then a stippling brush, and literally you just need to dab it onto your face over the product, and that will create a lovely blended look. So I've got this end, I'm just doing this, dab, dab, dab. I've done that only like 2 to 3 times and it's already blended. So what I'm going to do is just blend that as much as I want, and then bring it across the bridge of the nose, and then stop, and then start on the other side, and then bring it back across, and I'll show you the finished look. It's very, very easy, but it creates a luminosity, it creates a glow, it adds colour. I think the shade Rosy is fairly universal in terms of skin tones, but obviously it does depend on your skin tone. So if you can, you know, go to a Dior concession or counter or Sephora or something like that and try some of them against your skin tone before making the investment, that might be the best, but I understand that's not always possible. So that's it blended out. We're going to dampen the colour down slightly at the end, but just to show you, it's so beautiful. I love this so much. It is just such a beautiful blush. It's glowy, but it's not sparkly, and it's just such a lovely flush of colour. So that's the blush done. Okay, so now what we're going to do is play around with our eyes a little bit just to get them looking open, and for this you can go with or without mascara. Today I'll put a little bit of mascara on, but sometimes I won't bother at all, it just depends. You can also curl your lashes instead of mascara, which is a nice look if you can figure out curling your lashes, but for some reason I just have really difficulty curling my lashes, especially this side. This side is better, it's bizarre. So what I'm going to do is go in with some eyeliner first. This is shade 558 from 3INA. Again, I'll link that along with some other similar ones that are less expensive from Maybelline, which I adore. This is nearly, oh my gosh, nearly finished, look. So this is a lovely bronzy shimmery shade, and this creates such a flattering look on the eye. I'll show you on my hand. The other thing with these eyeliners, I find them so underrated because they just stay all day. They're waterproof, and yeah, I love them. I absolutely love them, and they're just so easy. They're so soft. You don't want anything that's going to drag and pull on your eye. So I'm going to scribble along the eyelash line, just scribble and blend in. So you don't need to be precise. I'm just literally going to just draw into the lash line, and then what I'm going to do is do a very tiny little flick like that, and we'll neaten that up in a second. And then I'm just going to come under the eye. Again, sometimes I won't come under the eye if I just want to create a lift from above, but I'm just going to come very slightly under the eye, not all the way, just to about here, so about 1/3 of the way down into the waterline. Now what I'm then going to do is take some kind of a brightening product like this. This is the Laura Mercier Caviar Stick. It's in the shade Rose Gold, and this will just help to open and brighten the eye. So I'll go from the inner corner and meet my eyeliner. And the great thing about this is so easy to use because it's like a crayon. And then what I'll do is I'll blend that in with a very small brush like that. So you can just get eyebrow brushes like this everywhere. I'll link some in my description that I recommend, but yeah, just a very small dense brush, just so that we can blend the two colours together, just so that we're not getting any harsh lines. Just a quick blend and you're done. No dramas. And then you can use something like this. This one is from Dior. It doesn't need to be Dior. It's dual-ended eyebrow spoolie on one end and then like an eyebrow brush on the other end. And I find this quite good for just spreading eyeliner up your eye neatly. But you can also use like this, for example. And again, I'll link these, but you can put those on your eye and you can use those to help you draw. And these are really useful if you're creating more dramatic eye looks and you're like a beginner or you're not particularly confident with flicks and things. These are really great. I'm not going to bother with that today. I'm just going to get the end and I'm just going to use that just to bring the eyeliner up. Literally, it's already got the edge on a diagonal for you. So you're just coming from here and just going like that. And that is you done. You don't want like a dramatic flick because we're doing a natural look. And then I'll go in and I'll do exactly the same on the other side. Go up. Next stage is going to be a little bit of mascara. It's my all-time favourite mascara and I've tried lots and lots of mascaras. I do love a luxury mascara, like I really like the Hourglass mascaras I've got in my makeup bag, but honestly this under £10 Maybelline mascara is my like holy grail, ride or die mascara, and I will forever purchase it. I usually get it off Amazon because I can get it for like £6 or £7. It's this kind of brush. It's waterproof, it curls your lashes, it lasts all day, it's buildable, it adds volume without clumping. I can't rave about it anymore and it's so affordable, so I'm going to go in with a little bit of that. Not too much because you don't need to. Because we're doing like a natural look, it's very easy with this mascara for your eyelashes to start looking really dramatic, so you only need like a very light coat. Like that. It just adds a little bit of lift and flutter, and for me, if I use this mascara, there's no need to curl my lashes, it does it all for me. There we go, so very light layer of mascara, but that's really just helped to give a little bit of lift to the eye, create like a fluttery feline look. So we've just got a couple more steps and then we're done. What I'm going to do now is lip liner. There's a couple of lip liners I really love, and actually there's more than a couple, but I'll show you a few and I'll link some in the description that I really recommend. This one is the one I'll use today. This is the Maybelline Colour Sensational Lip Liner in the shade Almond Rose. It's a lovely nude pink, but obviously shades are very specific to your skin tone, your colouring and things like that. Yeah, I've got quite a few that I recommend, so I'll pop some in the description, but we'll use this Maybelline one. It's super affordable, it's like £4 and it's so good. It's really long lasting, it's really creamy, really smooth, and I really love this colour. I'm not going to heavily overline my lips because that's going to go from then looking natural to a bit too done, so I'm just going to go onto the edge of my lip as so, and just follow the lip round. And then what I'll do is I'll then colour in very, very slightly. Can you see there on the Cupid's bow? This is very similar to my natural lips. There's no lip colour here, and this is the lip liner, so it just doesn't give that unnatural done lips look too much. There we go. And then we'll just shade in a little bit here. As so, and then in the bottom. And that's just going to mean that when we put the next product on, it'll all just blend nicely together. I'm going to use this one. It's the Laneige Lip Glowy Balm. I've got lots of things like this and lots of ones that I really, really love. So I'm not going to say like this is my absolute favourite, but they're really nice. They're all really, really nice. So this is what it looks like. So I'm just going to pop a little bit on my finger a very small amount like that. I'm just going to massage that into my lips. And that'll just create a nice little like sheen to the lips, but also just keep them hydrated. It'll blend that lip liner into the lip as well. As so. I probably put a bit too much on there actually. This is funny in a way, I suppose. It's like how much makeup to look natural. It's quite a lot, isn't it? What I need to do, because I have oily skin, is powder. If you don't have oily skin, you could probably skip this step or use like a very small amount of powder just by swirling your brush into something. So I've got a few different ones that are good, like the Urban Decay All Nighter is good for that, and I really like the By Terry powder as well. It's nice and light, but for me there's only one product, and it's this. It's the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder. I've never found anything better than this. So I'm going to tap that into the lid, as so. And then I'm going to use a triangle powder puff, one of these. I find these much better than the Laura Mercier powder puffs that you can get to go with the product, but obviously if you do buy them in a gift set, and sometimes it's cheaper to buy this product in a gift set, so they come with the Laura Mercier powder puffs, which are fine and they're very pretty and bougie, but I just find the triangular ones are better for under the eyes. So swirl that in so it's covered in the powder, and that's just going to keep shine at bay all day. And when I say all day, I mean all day, and that's someone with super oily skin. But it doesn't take away from the luminosity and the glow from within, which is just, I don't know how it does it really. So we're going to buff away any excess, but go under the chin, wherever you get oily really, if you have oily skin like me. So you want to set under the eyes. So that's why I go heavy in with the powder under the eyes and up like this. And then up onto my forehead, under my lip, onto my chin, and just above the brow, because those are where I tend to get oily. But that might be different for you. And if you pop powder above your brow as well, if you're like me and you always get mascara rubbing onto the top of your lid here, then that helps to stop that as well. And then I'm just going to buff that away. I like this brush from Refy, because the bottom of it's really nice and small and fluffy, so again it's great for going under your eyes. Any small fluffy brush would be fine. The smoothness this gives is just lovely, and obviously we haven't got any base makeup on, but it doesn't matter, it's just so lovely. So we're just buffing away any excess of that powder. You can just see how lovely and smooth that makes the under eye, and we've got rid of our shiny bits. So finalement, I want to add a little bit of dimension to my cheek, very small bit of dimension to my cheeks. I don't want this to start looking glamorous as such, so I'm going to go in with this powder. No, actually I won't do that. I've gone with this powder because this is the Hourglass Ambient Radiance palette. Depending on your skin tone will depend on which sort of powder is best for you. I'm going to go in with this one, which is a highlight shade. It's Infinite Strobe Light. Dip a fluffy brush into there, any fluffy brush, and then just dust the very tops of my cheekbones. Literally dust them. It just creates a little bit of a highlight to the cheekbone. And then I'll just brush that down my nose. And that's that. I really love the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. That's a very good one. I also love one from Urban Decay. I'll link some different ones down below for you to try, like different price points as well. But I've got this one on the go at the moment, which is the Milk Hydro Grip setting spray, which is also very good. You do need to shake it to combine the layers, and then let that set, and then you're done. Natural, glowy makeup look for every day. I can do something a little bit more natural for this if you want me to. Just let me know in the comments. I can also do something a little bit more glamorous but not super glam. Let me know any looks you'd like to see, or if there's any bits that you'd like to see in more detail. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, do let me know what you thought about it in the comments. If there's any of these products that you've tried, if you've made it this far, let me know any of the products that you have seen in the video that you've tried before that you like, or that you don't like, if there's any products you think that I should try. I love hearing other people's recommendations, so yeah, do let me know. But give the video a like if you did enjoy it, and I really look forward to spending some more time with you in my next video. I'll pop some videos on screen that you may like to watch as well. But thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.